What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So I'm not sure I'm going to title this one just yet, but I know I wanted to do a Seattle Seahawks rebuild because Chris Carson has retired and DK Metcalf has been extended. So I wanted to go ahead and do a Seattle Seahawks rebuild today. So DK Metcalf extended, Kenneth Walker gets kind of the lead back role now, or maybe it's Rashad Penny. Regardless, really want to do a Seattle Seahawks rebuild. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Before we get to today's video, make sure you guys drop a like at this one. Of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. And boys, we are so close to Madden 23. The grind will be back very, very soon. But today we're focused on the Seattle Seahawks. So let's take a look at the roster as it currently sits right now. So you have Drew Lockett QB, as we know. I mean, we'll see if he ends up being good in Seattle or not. I mean, the jury could still be out on him where maybe he has a breakout year in Seattle. I'm not going to predict that, but maybe it happens. Then you have DK Metcalf on a brand new extension for this team, which is awesome. And then Tyler Lockett is here as well. I imagine Lockett could be somebody that could be moved maybe at the trade deadline in the NFL. We'll see. You got Noah Fant at tight end, Will Dissly. Offensive line, got Charles Cross. You drafted pick number 9. And you have Geno Smith as a backup. And then you're probably looking for like your quarterback of the future if Drew Lock doesn't impress you enough. And then defensively, take a look at the defense side of the ball. You got Shelby Harris you got from the Russell Wilson trade, Jamal Adams, Quandre Diggs. So this team is still trying to compete, but at the same time, they are probably in a little bit of a rebuild. It looks like they're trying to do a little bit of a both, but regardless, I'm going to go ahead and assume this first year we're going to suck, obviously. Like, Drew Lock is our QB, so I shouldn't sit here and expect too much, but I'm going to put the best schemes I could possibly have. So if they want to run a base 3-4 and we have a 95%, I'm going to give us the benefit of the doubt. We're going to try to do our best to win this year. I'm not expecting to, but it is worth a shot. So defensively, it's going to change a little bit with Boy Mafe and Nwosu, but it's a better scheme fit, so I'll run with it. So let's simulate year number 1 with Drew Lock as QB. I actually just want to go ahead and start Kenneth Walker as well, to be honest with you. I'm going to let him be this lead back and then lock in DK Metcalf. Let's see what they do. Maybe trade Tyler Lockett in the offseason, and then, of course, going to be looking to probably draft our quarterback of the future or sign him if he's in free agency. He probably won't be in free agency, so draft will be our best friend today to continue to retool the Seahawks roster. So year number 1 comes to an end, and of course we finish at 5-12. Not very good, which we kind of figured would be the case, but hey, at least we got 5 wins. So let's go take a look at our stats this year to see if we had any rookies do any good. So offense was 30th in the NFL, which you can kind of figure with Drew Lock being the QB. But you got 23-11 from him, so it's not like he had a terrible year, but he's just not the guy. I mean, although 23-11 is nice and all, we just didn't win games. Kenneth Walker, 900 yards, 8 touchdowns. So that's cool to see that Kenneth Walker had a good year. And Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf both did their thing. Noah Fant. So obviously we have some good weapons here in Seattle. And then sacks wise, we had 4.5 from Shelby Harris, 4 from Darrell Taylor, 4 from Boy. Why do I keep saying Foy? I feel like I'm combining 4 and Boye. Boy Mafe, 4 sacks. Gosh dang, I don't know why I can't speak today. All right, regardless, let's get in the offseason because that is going to be the first step of this process. So getting into the offseason, we're going to have a high draft pick, which is going to be really needed. We're going to need like a Bryce Young on this team or something. We're going to need a new quarterback. We need a new guy throwing to DK Metcalf. Or we trade for one, of course, as well as also a potential option. We may look at that. We'll see, but probably won't be in the market for that too much. I guess if there was a QB that was unhappy and we wanted to just make a move to help us win now, we could go for that. Kind of like how Deshaun Watson was traded last year, but I'm not imagining that option is out there. So as far as free agents who need to be re-signed, you have a couple options, but I mostly want to get Sidney Jones back at 26 years old. Just keep my cornerback depth, keep as much as I can. So Sidney Jones is here, and Rashad Penny, and then Justin Coleman, I'm probably going to let go. Blythe, Quentin Jefferson, Marquise Goodwin, I'm not worried about. So Rashad Penny, I guess we can keep him around. He's, been in Seattle quite some time. So we'll go ahead and sign him back, and then he's going to be cheap. And then Coleman, I'm going to just go ahead and move on from. So heading into free agency, I don't imagine we'll be very aggressive in free agency, to be honest with you. I think on my most aggressive spot is the draft. That's where I want to be. So if we take a look at the roster right now as constructed, it's going to need a QB. And then I think I actually do want to trade Tyler Lockett this offseason. Looks like we need some offensive line reinforcement as well. But yeah, I think I do want to trade Tyler Lockett this offseason. So Jordan Brooks is at an 83 overall. So that's really cool to see. So he's going to be nice. And then Jamal Adams. But it looks like we have some good pieces on defense, but obviously we need more than what we got right now. Let's check free agency out real quick just to see if there's anything of value to us out here. I don't think there will be, but we can take a look. So you have like Melvin Gordon, Jason Kelsey, mean, there's some options here. Like, I guess we wanted a center to help us win now. We definitely could use like a JC Treader. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and have that equal medium where we do have a center at 31 years old, but he'll be a really nice addition to our offensive line because we could definitely use that right now for whatever quarterback we end up drafting. Probably end up drafting some offensive linemen as well. Is there anything else? Like Romeo Okora at 27 could be really nice as well to throw him on the other side of the ball because right now we don't have another left end. So I think I'm going to go for Romeo Okora as well. Throw him opposite of what we have in Shelby Harris right now. So that's probably what the game plan is going to be. Use some of my money here on Romeo Okora and also JC Treader. Get some veterans in here. And then honestly, the next step, probably trading Tyler Lockett and then heading into the draft with more draft capital and trying to get our quarterback. And then whatever we can get for Tyler Lockett, hopefully get like a second and a third or even a first for Lockett. We get both Romeo and JC Treader. That helps out a lot. But let's head to the trade market and see if we can get another pick for Tyler Lockett. The Chicago Bears could low-key really use a wide receiver, so I feel like they'd be very interested. They don't have a first in this file or in this, connected franchise mode. They should have it, though, but obviously you're kind of behind. You get what I'm saying. So I'm just going to get a second, third, and a fifth from them for Tyler Lockett, hopefully. They do not accept that, so I guess if I threw in, like, my own fifth, they'd probably accept it. So if we swap fifth-rounders, they'd probably accept this trade, and boom, just like that. So we get a second and a third for Tyler Lockett, pick up 2 extra picks in this upcoming draft. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. So now we can head to draft night. And actually, we should probably have the Broncos picks as well, shouldn't we? But I don't think I'm going to have them here. So that'll be interesting to see if I can snag those. But other than that, we are honestly, crashing right now. So let me see if I can get those Broncos picks. I really wish there was a trade override so you can just grab those picks. But unfortunately, there just isn't. You have to try to, communicate with the CPU to see if they'll give you those picks. But I'll be right back. So yeah, it's going to be impossible for me to get that Broncos pick because I traded my own pick or traded my first next year in order to get my own pick in this draft. And then I just repeat the process each and every time. So it's unfortunate you just can't like override in Madden, but we have the 6th overall pick. So we're going to be walking away with a good player regardless. But of course, what I want is a QB. That's what we need the most. So do we have a quarterback still available? And we might have lost out on the QBs. We have Harrison Bailey, Max Johnson. I don't really know if any of these guys are what I want. Do I want to draft Harrison Bailey at pick 6 or do I want to go ahead and draft like Robinson or something? I don't want Robinson or Paris Johnson, like Eric Gilbert, Jalen Jones. Like, what do I do here? Do I go Jalen Jones this early? We do need another corner. I don't know, man. I'm torn. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and draft Jalen Jones with this pick. So I'm going to get Jalen Jones to start things off, which is why I wish I had this other first. So we're going to grab a good corner. We needed that. And I'm going to hope these, I've never drafted one of these QBs before. So falling to pick 6, a little unfortunate. But if we have like Max Johnson or something still on the board, and maybe we messed up by not drafting a QB early on. So Matt Corral is here, but of course he's actually in Madden already. So maybe we're going to roll with Drew Lock again, and that's okay. He didn't have a terrible year. So you know what? Let's just invest in all the other positions. That's fine with me. So BJ Ojulari could be another nice addition to the team. Malachi Moore. I like my safeties right now, so I'm not going to worry about that. We could use another wide receiver, of course, because we just drafted or traded away Tyler Lockett. So you have like CJ Johnson, EJ Williams, Demon here, but I'll probably go like round 3 on wide receivers. So right now, looking at BJ Ojulari, and if we can get like another pass rushing linebacker, I'm kind of okay with that. So I'm going to take BJ here with this pick in round 2. Man, it sucks I didn't have that other first round pick, but now we have another pick at pick 9. And let's see if we can get something really good here. So we got Peyton Wilger, Woody Washington, Drew Sanders. So this is round 2. I think we should maybe look at Demond here. I don't know if I've ever drafted him before, so I'm hoping he's in development, and he is. So we got ourselves our Tyler Lockett replacement. So just like that, we take care of that. And then at round 3, probably just get whatever I can snag, honestly. We have 2 round 3 picks, so I'm going to make these last 2 picks, and we're headed out of this draft. I'm going to rely on Drew Lock again. So we're going to be pretty bad probably another year, but that's okay. So Julius Buelow is going to be my first pick in this round, in this 3rd round. So Julius Buelow, welcome to Seattle. That's going to be another hidden development player. So far, so good. Let's make it another hidden development player. That would be 5 hidden development players coming to our team if we can hit here. So Theo Johnson would have been really nice, but let's see. Do we have Dorian Strong, McKinley Jackson, Derek Canteen, and then Torrance? Honestly, we have EJ Williams, Akeem Asador. I think I might take Torrance here. The offensive line needs some retooling, so I'm going to take Osiris Torrance as well, and that is going to be our brand new draft class and 2 new offensive linemen, I'm feeling pretty good about how that draft went. Other than getting a quarterback, obviously, I didn't force it, so I'm happy with that. But quarterback is still very much a need for this team. So taking a look at the offense now, Drew Lock is still the QB, as we know, Rashad Penny, but yeah, DK Metcalf, Dedmon DeMoss, Dwayne Eskridge, Freddie Swain, and you have Noah Fant, Will Dissly, Julius Buelow. Torrance right now is not getting any run, but I mean, regardless, eventually Damian Lewis will probably move on from. And then Charles Cross at the tackle. And then defensively, we grabbed Bijo Jalari here. You have Nwosu still, Shelby Harris. Devontae Capehart was another guy it looks like we drafted here. And you know what? Actually, no, Poona Ford's still somewhat young, so we'll just leave that the way it is. But hey, man, we're getting some depth, which is really nice. So Bijo Jalari not even getting any run right now. I kind of want to see him back up like Boy Mafe, but I'm feeling pretty good about how this looks. We took Jalen Jones very early, get ourselves a really good corner. Devontae Capehart, we have a lot of hidden development rookies, so things are looking good. Just need a QB, and this team eventually, once we get that quarterback, this team's going to be ready to compete. So far, very happy with how that first draft went. Let's go ahead and keep it moving, and let's see how this season's going to go. We're probably still going to be very bad. Let's try to address quarterback in season number 2 for sure. So this year, things didn't get much better. We went 2-15, and we're just not really where we want to be yet. I just saw Harrison Bailey was like leading the NFL, so maybe I messed up by passing on him. Offense and defense just wasn't good once again. Drew Lock had himself a typical Drew Lock year this year. DK Metcalf, Dwayne Eskridge, Dedmon got some good yardage, but for the most part, we are still definitely needing some help. And cornerback Jalen Jones got 3 interceptions, star development, which I would have loved if he was superstar. But regardless, we got some more work to be done, man. It is what it is. Now we can head to free agency and kind of hope we can address what we need to get done, because at this point, we're not where we want to be whatsoever. So simulate to the offseason, and let's get it going. So let's see who we got to resign. DK Metcalf might be listed as a free agent here, so that's something we're going to have to resign, obviously. But we want to just make the damn playoffs. So we have $104 million in cap space. So we're going to try to definitely get some good things going here. Get a quarterback. If Lamar Jackson is out here, by the way, definitely might draft or sign him, to be honest with you. Maybe that's what we're kind of leaving our books open for. So quite a few players to resign, but I'm not going to keep Drew Lock. Obviously, DK Metcalf got extended in real life, so we definitely want him back. It's not going to be for the same value, but that's what Madden 23 is going to be for. Everything will be more correct in Madden 23. At least I'm hoping so. And then we'll have Noah Fant come back as well as another weapon. And then Lamar Jackson, if he is in free agency, probably going to snag him up. And Nwosu, 26, I'll go ahead and keep him around as well. Get him back. And then that's going to give us about $68 million. Keep as much talent as possible. Poona Ford here as well. Probably get him back if he wants to come back, and he is back. So just like that, keep as much talent as we possibly can. And then it'll be another draft and another free agency. But this offseason, we're looking for Lamar, I think. If Lamar is here, I'm snagging him. So $61 million in cap space. And we do, in fact, have Lamar Jackson. So that is going to be my #1 get right here. I'm going to offer Lamar Jackson his offer. It says I can't offer him that much money. What if I take it down a little bit? Still can't offer him. What do I have to do? What do I do? 25. Okay. Like, keep it moving, I guess. How about now? Lamar Jackson still can't. Like, what do I have to do? I have to diminish this a little bit? Boom. Offer now? No. What is going on? Like, what do I need? Like, I don't understand why it says that. Okay. Try that. Okay, there we go. 57 total points, though. Not a good offer. Wait, so how do I make it better? Do I increase the bonus? So, try that. Okay, there we go. 65 total points. Still not in the green, but I mean, he should sign it regardless because there's no other offer right now, but we'll increase if we need to. But other than that, Romeo Cora I just saw got superstar development. So, yeah, I want to take a real quick look at the roster real quick as it sits right now and then see what else we need. So, we got star development, wide receiver, superstar X Factor, Julius Buelow, star development, Torrance is star development. So, maybe we can move Buelow or Torrance to the tackle. I know Abraham Lucas is another young offensive lineman, but yeah, Lamar Jackson will be the immediate new starting quarterback once we get him. And then we could use another middle linebacker. So I think that's our biggest problem right now is getting a middle linebacker and another end because Shelby Harris kind of going down overall. So once we get Lamar Jackson, we're not going to have much money. So $61 million right now, but we need to look. Maybe we can cut Shelby Harris though. Like Jeffrey Simmons would be another like win now move for sure, but I don't think I'll be able to afford that. Montez Sweat though. Montez Sweat could actually be really nice. You know what? We're going to go for Montez Sweat, who's not going to be as much. So I'm going to go Montez Sweat, superstar development. And so if I can get Lamar and Montez Sweat in the same offseason, I'm going to be very, very happy with that. And then we're going to have another draft to get even better, where we're going to have a really good pick. Or we could just go for like Bobby right now, or even Levante David. I'm going to probably go for Bobby though. Actually, no. I'm going to draft my middle linebacker. I'm going to draft my middle linebacker. So let's just get Lamar and Montez Sweat, and then I'll be happy. So let's see if we can get Lamar and Montez Sweat real quick. And if Bobby's still here, maybe I go for him this time. But in that way, we don't have to worry about it. So yeah, Lamar is still out there. But can I cut like Shelby Harris right now, who's gone down like crazy? Because, I mean, he's just taking up money. Let's see. Savings-wise, we have... Yeah, we can. So I'm actually going to cut Shelby Harris since we just got Montez Sweat. And then I'm going to go ahead and also, I'm going to cut Gabe Jackson as well. I mean, we have the offensive lineman. So I'm going to cut Gabe Jackson. And then I think that's it. I'm not going to cut anybody else. So, all right, let's go get Bobby. And then let's increase Lamar Jackson's offer. And then we're ready to go. Unless if Bobby is gone now, which he very well might be. So middle linebacker, Lamar Jackson still doesn't have another offer. Mecole Hardman's here as well. That could be intriguing. But Bobby being here, I think I'm just going to go ahead and grab him. That way I have a for sure middle linebacker for this team. So going to grab Bobby, and honestly, might be able to afford Mecole Hardman on top of that if we just want to continue to add on. So wide receiver, Mecole Hardman has a couple offers. Terry McLaurin's also out here, and he shouldn't be. But let's offer Mecole Hardman, and it looks like we might have to take this down a little bit. Do I want Mecole Hardman or Bobby? That's the question. 95 total points, and that is going to not... You know what? I keep changing my mind, but I'm going to instead go all in on Mecole Hardman. I'm going to save my money for Mecole Hardman, get myself another weapon to convince Lamar, hey, man, we have the talent in the world for you to throw at, and boom, that should be number one. Not enough, though. I'm going to increase it even more. Then I'm going to increase Lamar Jackson's offer. We'll have both of them, and we'll head into the draft and continue to add on to whatever we need to grab. So that should move it. And then Lamar Jackson, your offer, I'm going to increase it as well. So hopefully he's willing to accept that, and boom, 73 total points. Pushes it to the green. Lamar Jackson and Mecole Hardman would be two great gets for this team, and we'd be vibing. So let's see if we can simulate and get those two on the team. I'll be super happy, and then I can fix the drafts. Mecole Hardman rejects. Are you kidding me? After all that, we do get Lamar Jackson, though, so I'm happy with that. If Terry McLaurin's out here, which he shouldn't be, like I said, he is not. So, wow, that really sucks. Is Bobby still out here? He probably isn't. Wow, so Mecole Hardman rejected after all that. Alexander Johnson, Jalen Smith. That's so unfortunate. Well, it is what it is, man. Wide receiver, Slayton. I mean, just need like another good wide receiver. I'll sign Darius Slayton instead of Mecole Hardman then. So Darius Slayton will be my other wide receiver. He started development. Number one offer. I don't know if he's going to choose me or not. I'm not going to increase it. So just move to next week, and let's head to the draft. So once again, I should have 2 picks in this draft in round 1, but unfortunately for me, I can only invest in getting my own draft pick back from the Jets. So here we go. Pick number 1 overall, though, for this draft. So let's go ahead and see. Well, who do I want to take? I actually have no idea who the most talented player is in this draft, so don't judge me too much. But I think for the most part, we need a tackle. Since we just got Lamar Jackson, I think I'm comfortable with just taking J.C. Latham here and taking him and hope he's the best guy in this draft. So welcome to the team, J.C. Latham. He's going to be my brand new left tackle of the team. So Charles Cross, and that is going to be my number 1 overall selection. So hopefully... that was nice. So that replaces Abraham Lucas, and then we just continue to add on from here. So what else could we use? I mean, really, I'm going to go for whatever I can find, to be honest with you. We also got Darius Slayton, but I have Gabriel Rubio here, who's the defensive tackle stud. So I'm going to take him in round 2, hidden development, defensive tackle, schemed him up 100%. So happy with that. And then next for round 3, so that's another 2 hidden development players coming to the roster. So round 3, let's try to make it another hidden development player, but we have Marcus Romeo, Rums Jackson, Chris Braswell at Alabama, Xavier Worthy, Ethan Calvert. So I guess we needed a middle linebacker, so maybe that's who we go here. So middle linebacker, Ethan Calvert out of Utah. Is he any good? A block shedding, D zone coverage. A block shedding. I don't know if he's any good, so maybe I don't know. Do I go for him? Or maybe, just maybe, instead of drafting and relying on one of these guys to be good, let's make a trade for a middle linebacker. That's what we're going to do. We're going to trade for a middle linebacker using this 3rd round pick. So not looking for anybody crazy, but I'm going to make this trade to get myself a middle linebacker. That way I for sure have what I need. I'm sending my 3rd round pick for Jerome Baker from the Miami Dolphins, getting myself a 26-year-old middle linebacker, and that is going to be my draft. So once again, feeling pretty confident about how things just went in that draft in this offseason in general. Added Lamar Jackson with DK Metcalf. feeling pretty good. Still Lamar from Baltimore, and now we can go into season number 3 with the optimism of finally being back in the postseason. So this is what the team's going to look like going into year number 3. So we've already retooled this roster as best as possible. So Darius Slay, DK Metcalf, and Deadman. Kenneth Walker, Lamar Jackson is kind of your weapons. Noah Fant, Will Dissly, Latham, Torrance, JC Treader, Lewis, and Charles Cross. That looks amazing. And defensively, you got Jerome Baker, Jordan Brooks, Nwosu, Boy Mafe, Jamal Adams, Quandre Diggs. You got Sidney Jones, Tyreek Woolen, Jalen Jones, Montez Sweat, Poona Ford, Romeo Okwara, and then also Rubio is down here, and then DeMonte Capehart as well. So things are looking pretty damn good. Scheme fizz 90% on defense and then 80% on offense. Obviously, this is the year we're looking to be back in the postseason. This is what we've been building for. So let's go make sure that is a thing and we get back to the playoffs this year. So at the end of this season, we finally are back on top, won our division, went 11-6, and with Lamar Jackson and all the additions we have made, Lamar Jackson also a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. Harrison Bailey is somebody we passed up on, and he's been really good, so maybe I should have taken him when I had the chance, but regardless, made up for it by signing Lamar. Offense was second in the NFL. Defensively was 29th, so that's kind of rough, but Lamar 40-6 this year. Kenneth Walker 19 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. Receiving, DK had himself a year. Darius Slayton was good. Deadman was good. Noah Fant was great as well. So Lamar Jackson is spreading that ball around. Defensively, we weren't very good. We had 7 from Romeo Okwara, 6.5 from Ford, 5.5 from Sweat, and then 2 from Jerome Baker, 1.5 from Boy Mafe, and then 1.5 from Gabriel Rubio as a rookie. Interception, Sidney Jones, and then 2 from Baker, and then 2 from Jamal Adams. But obviously, not so good of a defense. Great offense. That could take you a long way. It just kind of depends on how things unfold. So we get Tampa Bay in round 1, so hopefully we can take them out and head to the divisional round. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Lamar Jackson in his first playoff game at home here in Seattle. Let's get it. Can we go out here and take the lead 3-0? Defense is very bad though, but we're gonna have a, we have a really good offense, so things could go our way still. Their defense isn't doing so good either. I guess they got us, stopped us there, but 13-10. They take the lead, and we get the ball back now. Defense got a stop, and now we need our offense to go out there and score. And it's not looking good, ladies and gentlemen, unless we score here. Boom. And defense does not get the stop we're looking for. And we get intercepted. So we have 20-30 with only not that much time to go. So this might be where our reign comes to an end here, unfortunately. First year making the playoffs did not go very far if this is the end here. So I am going to throw it up to DK because that is just what you do in this game. And he is going to come down with it. We have no timeouts. We have to go no huddle here and take off quite a bit of clock. So even if I score here, though, I don't know if it's going to really matter. So I have Y wide open and literally throw it too late. Deadman was wide open. That's my bad. I was focused on scrambling with Lamar. But if I can get a score here, that's okay. So let's just see if we can have RB wide open, and boom, just like that. That is a touchdown, Rashad Penny. Probably not going to matter, though. So we're on to next year. Honestly, I just want to run it back with the roster I have. I'm so cool with this roster right now. If we just run it back year number 2 with a little bit of development, I think things could really go our way. So in this final season, we went 8-9, which usually isn't that great, but I guess we still made the playoffs. We get the Carolina Panthers in round 1, though. So offense was 6th in the NFL. I'm assuming the defense was just still very bad, I guess. And yeah, I mean, it was better than last year, but I mean, the team is the same, really. I didn't do anything. I didn't add anything. The team is literally the same. So let's just jump into this game. I wanted another year of development to kind of help us push us over the top, but instead of going 11-6 and getting better, we went 11-6 and got, went 8-9. But now we get a Carolina team that's like super overpowered in this game. So I'm not feeling optimistic about how this could potentially go for us, but hey, you never know. Skip moment, and we are going to end up going down 7-0. We are going to tie it up, though, so you never really know. Anything is possible. We're up 14-7. Got another fumble recovery. We have a good lead here. 24-7. So far, so good. And we're going to take it 31-14. Defense may not all be that good, and we may have went 8-9, but records don't matter in the playoffs, baby, because we might, yes, we are going to beat this Carolina team in the postseason and move on to the next round despite having a terrible regular season record. We are built for the postseason, so just like that, bye-bye, Carolina. On to the next one. And now we get our divisional opponent, the San Francisco 49ers. So not really sure how this is going to go for us, but, hopefully we can end up taking them out here. Let's just get right into it, shall we? Skip moment. And we are going to go up 7-0. So far, so good. We're off to a great start, 14-3. We We might be coasting to an NFC championship here soon. And no, 49ers maybe heard me. And okay, so they are kind of making this game a serious one now, but we're going to take the lead 28-20. They tie it up, and it is going to be 35-28 them. We need a score here. Lamar does not. Fourth quarter time, we tied up. W. The 49ers get the field goal with 12 seconds left, so your boy has an opportunity here to maybe, just maybe, make something happen, but the odds of me scoring here are very slim. So, of course, the one guy probably going to go to here is Mr. DK Metcalf. I have 2 timeouts, so if we get field goal range, we can tie it up. And I do have DK Metcalf one-on-one, and that actually might just be a burnt for a touchdown. And you know what? I can call by a timeout, and I can go for the win, or I can just kick a field goal and tie it up and force overtime. Which one do I want to do? Of course, you already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the win because I hate field goals in that icing situation. I think I'll have DK or Noah Fant here confidently, to be honest with you. So if I can have DK is wide open. Ooh, no! Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.